right, hello everyone. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and today we are going to be doing more Leetcoding binary search. And so I've been working all day on trying to get my neural network project working. I have ran into so many problems. I just posted a video of that on this channel. I do multiple different projects. I do JavaScript, I do Java, and now today was my first video that I posted on machine learning, neural networks. It's with PyTorch. So I've been struggling with that all day. It's been exhausting, but I kind of got a little bit of progress, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to call it quits for today, and I'll post more videos on the neural network coming up. But anyways, today is moving forward, or right now is moving forward with Leetcoding, because as I said, we're doing one Leetcode problem every single day. We are not going to stop. So today, I'm just going to play it easy. I'm just going to do an easy. Now, when I say play it easy, that doesn't mean that I'm actually going to be able to solve it, but valid perfect square. This one sounds more interesting, actually. Like, guess which one's higher. Let's try this. Do I have too many like tabs open or something? There we go, it loaded. Okay, cool. All right, so number 374. Guess the number higher or lower. We're playing the guessing game. Oh boy. The game is as follows. I pick a number from 1 to n. You have to guess which number I picked. Oh, this is a fun game right here. Okay. Every time you guess wrong, I will tell you whether the number you picked is higher or lower than your guess. You call a predefined API, which is guess, which returns 3 possible results. -1 is your guess is higher than the number I picked. 1 is that it's lower, and 0 is that I picked the number. Return the number that I picked. Okay, so we're essentially just calling an API, and it returns -1 if our number that we guessed is too high. It calls 1 if our number is too low, and it returns 0 if it's too, or if we hit the number, right? So let's do it. Let's number between 1 and n. Okay, so let's just while true. All right, so let's go. I know left is going to be equal to 0. Oops. 0. Right is going to be equal to n. Okay, so now mid is going to be equal to left plus right, and then integer division 2. And actually this should not be true, but we should always find the number, so it shouldn't have any infinite loop. Okay, so anyways, we might need to change that. As you can tell, my energy levels are kind of lower right now. But anyways, we're gonna make it through this. So what do I want to do? I want to call the API. So I want to do guess, I think it is. What is it? Guess, yeah. So result equals guess, and I'm passing in mid. Okay, so now if result equals to 0, so I could have just done like if not result, but this is cleaner, I think. Then that means that we did find the number, and the number was mid, so we want to return mid. Otherwise, what we want to do is if result is equal to -1, we want to do something. Otherwise, if result was equal to 1, we want to do something else. Okay, so this will be the structure, and then again, this should always return something. But so if this, I'm going to say if this elif, and then else, does it have a panic? I don't think Python has panic. Else, return, just return. Anyways, because I don't want to get into like an infinite loop. So if it doesn't have one of those, we know that we're kind of screwed. Anyways, I don't think it actually matters. So while left is less than or equal to right, and we want the equal sign there because right, like left and right, could be targeted in on a specific number, and we still want to guess that number. Okay. So, yeah. Delete that. So if result is equal to -1, that means that we pick the number which is too high. So that means that we need to lower our number. Or we need to pick a lower number. So the left hand side is going to be at 0. We don't want to change that because it still could be 0, right? So what we want to do is we want to change our right. So right is going to equal, and I think it would be, we just guessed mid, so we know that it's not mid, so it's going to be mid, like -1. And then on the other side, we're going to have left is equal to mid +1. And I think this should work. Let me just see if it does. Hey! Okay. Nice. All right. Well, I'm actually kind of happy about that because recently I've been like constantly failing at binary search. And so this is kind of a little bit of a signal to myself that, hey, you are improving, you are getting better, because I've been pretty like down on myself recently about the fact that binary search, even though this is an easy problem, I understand that, like, I mean, classified as easy, and it is easy, like, but anyways, I remember, like, I've been feeling down about myself, like, man, I don't know why binary search is throwing me so much. Now we'll see what tomorrow brings, because I don't want to say like, oh, okay, this is easy or something like that, because don't worry, tomorrow I'll probably get punched in the mouth by Leetcode again. But for now, it's kind of nice to be like, okay, well, I am improving, I am understanding this better, because I think if you would have asked me, whatever, a week ago or 2 weeks ago when I was first starting to do this, I probably would have had to really think about it, and I don't know if I would have been able to immediately come up with the solution. But now I saw this, and I just kind of like was able to write it out. And as I said at the beginning of this video, I feel really tired because I've been working on the neural network project, and so that proves that kind of I was able to do this problem without much actual brain computation. So that also kind of shows or indicates to myself that yes, I am improving, and it is kind of getting into my subconscious that I'm able to see a problem like this and then just write it. Like, I don't even have to think about it anymore, which is encouraging, right? Like, that was one of my big things. Is a few days ago I was saying like, man, I'm not improving, I'm not getting better, should I just give up? Like, obviously I wasn't going to give up, but I was just feeling like giving up, you know. And I was just like, man, how, why am I continuing to do this? Like, kind of like that feeling. But today I'm just thankful, like, okay, cool. I got a little bit of uh, push in the right direction, or an indication that I am actually improving, even though I don't see it. And this is something like I've seen this a lot with like learning languages as well. Like if you study a language or you just use a language, and I mean like human language, like English, learning English or learning Chinese, right? If you learn a language, the person who's learning the language doesn't actually realize that they're improving until they like look at themselves 5 years ago, right? Like Susie was talking to me about um like, oh, I don't think I'm improving with English. And I'm like, are you kidding? And then likewise with me, like I'm trying to improve my Chinese. I don't see any improvement, but then I go and I made videos in Mandarin like 5 years ago, and I look at my Chinese back then, and I'm like, what? I was this bad? Like, it's encouraging to think that, okay, just time, like, just practice with it. Just, the more you can interact with a certain topic, you're going to get better and better and better. And so, like, I think that also applies to programming and these kinds of problems. And the more that you interact with it, like, even though I didn't realize that I was improving with binary search, I guess I am, because obviously I wouldn't have been able to solve this problem 2 weeks ago. Now I can do it without thinking. Now you can probably say 2 weeks is way too long for you to have learned this. This should have been in 2 days, right? Like, and that's a valid like critique of me. Um, I guess my only response to that is, well, it took me that long. Like, I don't know what you want me to do about it, right? Like, okay, maybe it indicates that there's an issue with me, that I'm not studying effectively. Obviously, I'm definitely kind of like distracted in work and all of the other stuff, right? So there's that, but I don't think it should necessarily have taken me so long. But, anyways, main point is don't give up, keep improving. The next question I have, like, I'm going to look at this and say, like, is this an optimal solution? So I'm going to go to Copilot here, and this is the machine learning stuff that I was doing. So here is my solution to, and then this one. Do you see any improvements that I can make? Already looks pretty solid. Okay, it's between the constraint says that it's between 1 and n, and left is 0 right now. So essentially it's fine. Like, I was just making sure that there was not some like optimal solution that I was missing out on. Anyways, I think I am going to get to sleep. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow with another Leetcoding video. I don't know if I'm going to do a project video. I might. Depends on how much energy I have after work. Um, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you would like, subscribe. That would be amazing. I would be very happy. I just hit 200 subscribers today. 200. Can you believe that? That's awesome. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and I will see you tomorrow.